I found incredible people there. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rani, and today I will be sharing with you all the experience I had at International Model United Nations offline conference in Jakarta, Indonesia. It was a totally conference related trip I made with my brother because I'm a minor, so I had to be accompanied by an adult. I live in Ahmedabad and our flight to Jakarta airport was from Delhi to Bangkok, where we had a 3-hour layover. So pehle I flew to Delhi from Ahmedabad on 30th June, Monday at 8:40. I remember it very clearly. So it was because it was my first time traveling alone and I was excited. It was my first solo travel and I filmed a reel there. And to be frank, I think there was a minor inconvenience with Go Air, so I rate the airlines 4 on 10 because at the Ahmedabad airport I had to find a Go Air executive, and when I did find him, he was a little rude with me, not exactly polite, I'd say. Next, I landed in Delhi. The airport is massive, huge, so I was a little confused as to where I have to head to, but I followed the direction everybody was heading. I was exhausted because it had been 4 hours since I actually rested and I was jet lagged, obviously. I also had to take enough rest because I had a flight to Bangkok the other day. So yeah, we took a flight to Bangkok on Tuesday at 11:40 and it was via Thai Airways we flew, which is by far the smoothest airline I've come across, okay? The takeoff and landing was absolutely smooth and the flight was great. Bangkok airport was really gorgeous. We had no difficulties there and our baggage was put in HOT transfer, so we had to collect it at Jakarta airport only. Funnily enough, at the security checkpoint in Bangkok, we had to even get our shoes checked. We had to empty our water bottles, which was a little bit exhausting and frustrating for me because in India we don't have such strict security checkpoints, whereas when we're doing international travel, it gets a little too strict and you have to, empty your bags completely. We charged our mobiles at the Bangkok airport and we were waiting for our flight. We were conveniently dropped off at Jakarta airport, which is another gorgeous airport and it is massive, huge. Also, big time advice: never wear heels in your travel when you're traveling via airports. Please do not. I had to walk a lot at both Bangkok and CGK airport, which was tiring for me because I wore heels. So this was one thing I learned, that never wear heels in your travel or any uncomfortable outfit or anything that might cause you trouble in the longer run. Jakarta has quite a maritime climate in June, I must admit. It was less humid and hot. It was just mild since it had rained there. And being the geek I am, I had researched about Indonesia's climate and how I can, adapt well the country, in the city. It was necessary for us to have a SIM card in case my brother wanted to call me or something while I was at the conference, which was 3 lakh IDR, and a taxi which was 1,70,000 IDR. On our way to the hotel, we saw some magnificent glass buildings and the roads were also covered with great looking flowers. They were all of different colors and variety. And it was much like a city, but it was home free and it was clean. We stayed at Aryadatta Sud Semangi, which was quite close to my university, to the university I was attending the conference at, and I rated 3.5 on 5 because when we reached, we had to wait at least 20 minutes because the rooms weren't available and we were only given breakfast in the hotel. Oh, the apartment was glorious, it was luxurious and it was extremely comfortable. Now it is the time for the conference deeds. So this, what you see, is what I wore on the first day of the conference, and since I did not know if we were allowed to film inside, I didn't shoot much. So all kudos to my brother who shot everything for me. Upon entering, I was given the official IMUN delegates kit, and after that I was socializing with fellow delegates. delegates, building connections, lobbying, and all of them were super sweet and helpful. We also had Indians at the conference, and Indonesians, I must say, they're very, very sweet and kind to you. So yeah, if you are watching this, my Indonesian delegates, hi. Day 2 and 3 were pretty intense. Day 2 actually had 3 committee sessions where we passed a DR, and we also had tea and snacks break. We also had lunch break where we could build connections with the other delegates of other committees, and I found incredible people there. I mean, just so skilled they are so inspiring. Many of them were of my age, many of them were older than me, younger than me even. And throughout the conference, we were quite occupied because we had to research articles constantly, we had to take notes, we had to make speeches for the GSL, and of course we had to come down to specific concrete topics to discuss about in the conference. And after the conferences, we even had these discussions on our WhatsApp group, UNDP's WhatsApp group, where we decided what topics we are going to talk about at the conference. I had never experienced how this diplomatic talks go about, and we also had them actually on second and third day in the closing ceremony and in the opening ceremony. We also had a separate session for diplomatic talks. So we also asked the speakers questions, and I loved how the speakers were so genuinely interested in answering our doubts. The organizing committee at Atmajaya, the university I attended the conference at, was super sweet and helpful, and kudos to the cameramen who were constantly around us for shooting videos, to click photos of us, to film us when we were having unmod sessions, which are practically 20 minutes. Unmod means when you're being with the other delegates, a specific delegate has to raise a motion for an unmod, and the proceedings in IMUN are extremely professional. So you cannot just stand up and ask for anything. Even going to the washroom also, you have to ask for a point of personal privilege, which is so new for me. It was quite a memorable experience because it was the first time I was traveling without any help. Of course, my brother was there, but I had to look after myself. I had to even do things on my own. Nothing feels better than independence. Now, this is one thing I learned in this trip, that when you're being independent, when you're traveling solo, you have to take care of yourself, you have to take care of your belongings, you have to make sure that you catch your flights on time, you have to make sure that your security is done, your boarding is properly completed, and you're boarding the right flight. So, as I am 15, I must say that solo travel, it is great. The delegates, university, IMUN team, organizing committee, Atmajaya's incredible professors, and of course the principal there, I thank you all so very much, and every single person involved in making IMUN a success and making it so memorable for all the delegates that attended it. I thank you all. That is it for today, people. I hope you enjoyed listening to me share about what I experienced at IMUN, how beautiful I think Jakarta is. Please leave a like in the comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!